Easter is almost here, so now is the time to prepare your holiday feast. More than 80% of U.S. households will be serving ham as the center dish of their table. Here was some tricks on how to prepare and what to do with some leftovers with the Honey Baked Ham Company is Chef Tim Ziga. Thank you for joining us, Chef.
Thanks for having me.
Now, first, let's talk about having the right size ham because families and gatherings will come in all shapes and sizes. How do we make sure that we have enough for everyone they're going to invite?
Great question. As we know, making sure you have enough food for the entire gathering is one of the more stressful things about the holidays. A rule of thumb that we have at Honey Baked Ham, we advise you to order about a half a pound per person, especially if it's your main dish. And then it really comes down to how many people you're serving. So if you're having everybody over, the in-laws, the extended family, I would recommend this bone-in half ham. That is our showstopper center of the table piece. But maybe you're doing something a little bit more casual this Easter. You're only having a few family members over. Maybe it's just the immediate family. You don't need something as big and elaborate. We have this fantastic new Carver ham that feeds anywhere from 6 to 8, maybe even 10 people. So that might be your best bet for a smaller gathering.
So now that we have the right size ham, tell us some tricks to prepare the tastiest ham.
This one is one of my favorite questions because it's so easy. We do all the work for you at Honey Baked. So making a ham is very stressful, very time consuming. We've been doing this for 70 years and we've really perfected the process. So I always recommend go to the professionals. Every Honey Baked ham comes completely cooked, pre-sliced, and then finished with our sweet and crunchy glaze. All you have to do, take it out of the fridge about 30 minutes before you're gonna serve it, put it out so that it can come up to room temperature. Your work is done.
Well, that sounds simple enough. So now we could focus on the side dishes that will accompany what's going to be at the center of our table. So keeping with the simplicity, what are some simple side dishes that you would recommend with ham?
Well, as we all know, ham is a very traditional item. It's on the majority of American tables for Easter, and it has been for years. So as a traditional item, it loves the classics. So mac and cheese is my personal favorite. Potatoes au gratin, green bean casserole, maybe a sweet potato souffle. Some baked cinnamon apples go very, very well with the salty ham. And then one of my favorite parts about Easter is the fact that it's kind of a signifier that spring is here. So you'll see all sorts of fun, fresh vegetable side dishes served with ham as well, like roasted broccoli, or maybe some sauteed asparagus, some glazed carrots. They all go really well with ham, so you're good with the classics and you're good with some of the fresh vegetable sides as well.
Now, with all that sounding so delicious, it seems hard to believe that there would be any leftovers after Easter Sunday, but in the off chance that there is, what are some little dishes that we could put together using that leftover Honey Baked ham?
Rachel, leftovers are hands down my favorite part of any holiday. We have an entire page dedicated to leftover recipes on honeybaked.com/recipes. Type that into your browser. It'll take you right to the page. We have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, soup recipes, really anything you can think of. I'm a simple man when it comes to my leftovers. I love a hot ham and cheese sandwich, especially hot ham and cheese sliders. While you're at Honey Baked, you can grab your ham, pick up a couple 12 packs of slider rolls, maybe a bottle of your favorite condiment, take all those home. When it comes time for leftovers, just stack those slider rolls with some of that ham, maybe your favorite cheese, brush the tops with some melted butter and some seasoning. Throw those in the oven and bake them for about 20 minutes, and you have yourself some delicious hot ham and cheese sliders. And if that sounds like too much work, we actually serve these pre-made at our stores, so you can just pick up a 12-pack pre-made, take them home, and pop them in the oven.
Well, I see why you are the culinary expert for the Honey Baked Ham Company, Chef. So once again, tell us that website where we can go to get some of those recipes and more information.
Honeybaked.com. If you go to honeybaked.com, you can schedule an order at your nearest Honey Baked for the week of Easter or anytime really. Head over there and pick it up.
Well, thank you so much, Chef. And like I said, Easter is almost here, so make sure you head to the store and pick up your Honey Baked Ham to make it a feast that everyone will enjoy.